So I'm going to give you an example. It's one that I've shared on the podcast before, but I think it's really important, and it drives home the point of looking at behavior in this context, and then marketing being a part of that. And it's a story about Raphael, one of my producers here. You know, Raphael works hard. Raphael is consistent. Raphael does, from a marketing perspective, everything that I ask him to do. Now, he's dried up a little bit because we've been dealing with homeowners crisis, and he's sort of taken over personal lines for the time being. And with COVID, has not been out doing as much cold calling, but we're ramping that back up April 1. So get ready. But a couple years ago, about a year and a half ago, Raphael went through a dry patch that was like probably a 5 or 6 week dry patch of not having an appointment, not bringing in any business or anything else. And I picked up the phone on a Friday afternoon after I did what I should do. I went in and I looked in our CRM, and I saw that he had done everything that I asked him to do. It's all documented. It starts with actually getting the producer to put the information in. So once I saw that he put it in, I knew I was home free. Everything else is the juju of the CRM. But I looked at it to make sure he had done what he was supposed to do. And he had. So I picked up the phone to call him. And of course, he answers the phone, and the first thing out of his mouth was, "Oh, I've been waiting for this call for a week now." And I said, "Really? You don't even know what I'm here to talk to you about?" He goes, "Oh, I've got a pretty good idea." And I said, "No, I don't think you probably do." And he said, "No," he goes, "just do me a favor, make it painless, rip the Band-Aid off." And I said, "Well, let me tell you something, man." I said, "What I'm calling you to tell you is I really appreciate you doing everything I ask you to do and not getting discouraged in the process. I really appreciate the fact that you're continuing to go to work every day and do these things, even though you're not seeing instant gratification. And so the real reason that I'm calling you is because I can tell in interaction that this is getting into your head, and I can tell that it's starting to bother you. And I don't want that to happen because I'm not putting the pressure on you. I've been doing this almost 20 years, and I understand that if I see the behaviors, that the production's going to come. You let me worry about the financial aspect. You just keep doing the things that you're doing." And I said, "So to that effect, I want you to take your wife out to a nice dinner at a nice restaurant and send me the receipt and expense it, because I need you to get your head clear this weekend. I believe with what I see that in the next month, you're going to have the best month of your career." A week, he goes out, has a great dinner on the weekend, comes back in next week, sales meeting, everything refreshed, recharged, ready to go. Wednesday calls me. He said, "Holy crap, man, are you a prophet or what?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "ACC just called me. They're ready to give me the agent a record letter. I've been working on this account almost a year, and they said they're finally ready to pull the trigger. ACCI is $45,000 in revenue to our agency." 2 days later, another one comes in. "Man," he goes, "this is crazy. These are all starting to hit." So I'm telling you this story not to brag about the fact that I have a producer that can write a $45,000 revenue account. I'm telling you that if you focus on the behavior and you have the patience to do that, you're going to see that the producer will get the results they need to get. Now, if you don't have processes in place and you don't have behaviors in place that are, set up and proven, then you can't have that same level of confidence. But when I've seen our process replicated over and over and over again, not only in my agency, but at this point across the country with agencies that are in Killing Commercial that are out slaying it in middle market every single day, it just goes to prove.